BC, I need you to actually hear what I am saying, not process it while you are doing 6 other things. Call Alhaji Musa's office. Pick up the phone, do not send a text, and tell them that slot has been reserved for 3 weeks. If they are choosing now to have a problem with Tuesday, they are out. That is their inconvenience, not ours. We do not rebuild a board presentation around a client's Friday evening change of heart. BC, hold on 1 second. Good morning, baby.
Good morning. Where's my food, Chisum?
Baby, I told you last night. The Adaeze presentation is first thing today. I have to be in that building by 8. So you understand?
You told me last night.
Yes.
You told me the night before that too. Different reason, same result.
Daniel, I hear you, but this week is particularly heavy. And next week?
What is next week's particular heaviness going to be?
It's just a lot right now. That is not fair.
Is it not, Chi? I want you to hear this clearly. I am not asking for a 5-course meal before sunrise. I am not asking for anything elaborate. I am asking for something warm on this table. Something that tells me that before you thought about Alhaji Musa and Adaeze and the rebranding pitch, there was a moment.
A moment?
5 minutes, 10 minutes where you thought about me. That I exist in someone's morning.
I think about you. Daniel, I have the proof.
Show me. This is what showing me looks like right now.
So what you are actually saying is that I should wake up at 4 in the morning to cook before I prepare a presentation that could bring in a 200 million naira account? That is what I married? That is what you want from me?
Find me the day. Go back through every argument we have ever had and find me the one where I said Chisum resign.
Find it. You don't have to say it in words.
Then what words am I saying? Tell me exactly which words are coming out of my mouth right now that sound like I want a housewife, because what I believe I am saying is—
Are you serious?
I am your husband. I live in this house. I would like sometimes to feel that someone who loves me thought about me
Daniel, what are you talking about?
before they left this house in the morning. Is that so extraordinary?
I hear you. I do hear you, Daniel. But I need you to hear me too. I wake up and I am already behind. There are 47 unread messages on my work phone by 6 a.m. I am not choosing the office over you. I am trying to keep all of it running at the same time, and sometimes keeping all of it running means
Means this table is empty. Again, I know, Chi, I know. Go ahead.
Daniel?
It is BC. About the presentation. It is important. I need to stop somewhere and eat before the meeting. Drive safe today.
Daniel? I love you.
I know. Lock the gate when you leave.
BC, sorry, I'm back. Tell me everything. I'm on my way out now.
This place never disappoints, Daniel. It has its moments, especially with the right company. Indeed. But the thing is, if the assessment delays push us past Q1, the entire financing structure needs to be revisited. Danny, we'll lose our edge. What? You look terrible. Thank you very much, Emeka. I came out on a Friday evening specifically for your encouragement. It is sustaining me as we speak. I am not encouraging you. I am observing you. There is an important difference. You have lost weight, not gym weight, stress weight. Gym weight makes a man look constructed. Stress weight makes a man look eaten from the inside. Your eyes are carrying 6 weeks of something that is not a business. I know what your business problem face looks like, and this is not it. You have been talking to me about environmental impact assessments and suspicious you associates for 50 minutes on a Friday night with whiskey in front of us, which tells me you are performing a normal conversation, so we don't have the other one. What other conversation? I sat next to you in JSS2 when you stole the mathematics teacher's marking guide. I watched you stand in front of 30 students and swear to God you knew nothing about it. Do you remember what was happening to your face when you were lying? Emeka, your left eye was twitching. The same eye, right now, 22 years later. I had water for breakfast on Tuesday. Water. I sat at my dining table from 6:15 in the morning until 10 minutes to 7. I had a glass of water and an empty plate that I put there myself. My wife came downstairs, already on a call, already in her blazer. Already had Access Marketing in her head before she reached the bottom of the stairs. She said good morning. She sat with me for 4 minutes. She left, and I sat for another 10 minutes after she drove away. Then I drove to Mama Titi's place on Admiralty Way. Danielle? And Emeka, that is not a bad week. That is most weeks. That is the ordinary condition of my house. Beautiful house. Expensive house. Cold, empty, silent house that I leave every morning to go sit somewhere else so I can feel like I am somewhere that people actually live. How long has it been like this? Defines. If you mean eating breakfast outside my own home, 6 months, maybe 7. If you mean the house feeling this way, I want to say it built slowly. I want to say there was a before, but the gap was always there, Amika. I think I married a woman and convinced myself the gap was temporary. Every 6 months, I tell myself the next 6 months will be different, and they are not different. Have you told her this? Not at 7 a.m. when she's halfway out the door. Have you sat her down properly in a calm moment and said exactly what you just said to me? No, I haven't. How many times, Emeka? How many different angles? How many different conversations? She has answers for everything. Good answers. I cannot even say they are wrong answers. She says I knew who I was marrying. True. She says ambition was always part of her. True. She says I am being traditional. Possibly true. She always has a reason, and the reason always has logic inside it. And at the end of the argument, I am standing in my own dining room, feeling like a man who failed to make a case for something that should not require a case. What is the thing that should not require a case? Warmth. That is all. I might be someone she is not. I want to come home and feel it. The warmth of a place where someone is glad you exist, where someone thought about you while you were gone. My mother used to say that food cooked with love tastes different from food cooked without it, not because of ingredients. Because of intention, the person cooking thinks about the person eating while they cook, and it goes into the food. I see. I have not tasted that in my own house in so long that I went to Mama Titi's plastic table and I felt more at home. I feel more alive here than in my 500 million naira Lekki duplex. That is strange, is it not? It is heartbreaking. What about children? You and Chisum? She is not ready. You have been married 2 years and 3 months. I am aware, Emeka. I am not judging. I am asking. She has reasons. Career consolidation, momentum at the firm. Pregnancy at this stage would cost her ground she has spent years gaining. I understand the reasoning. Intellectually, I understand it completely. But my mother calls me every Sunday, Emeka. Every single Sunday. She asks about grandchildren. And I make excuses. I say, not yet, soon, be patient. For 2 years and 3 months, I've been saying, not yet, soon, be patient. And I sit in that house at night and I think about what I was building when I was building it. Not the marble floors, not the chandelier. Those are just things. I mean, the idea of it's the noise. I wanted noise, Emeka. I wanted to come home and hear a child somewhere, food cooking, something. This is a place where life is happening. Instead, I drive to this club on a Friday night so I can feel less alone. And I am a man with a wife. I am married. I am not alone. And I have never in my life been more alone. I need to say something to you. As the friend who has known you since you were twitching your left eye over stolen marking guides, not to make you feel better, I think you've had enough people making you feel better about a situation that is not okay. Say it. A man can love a woman completely and still be starving inside that love. Those two things are not contradictions. They can live in the same chest at the same time. You love Chisum. I believe she loves you in the way she is capable of it right now. But love that is not expressed, not practiced, not shown in daily action, that kind of love is not enough to keep a man alive inside a marriage. You are running on empty, Danny. Empty men do things, not because they are bad men, because they are human men. And human beings cannot survive on nothing. Something always fills the gap. Something always comes. Fix this before something does. And if I don't know how, start with the house. Get someone in, a cook, a housekeeper, whatever you want to call it. Fill the house with warmth by whatever means necessary. Understood. I'll make it happen. Give yourself somewhere to come home to while you and Chisom work out the rest. You cannot fix the deeper things overnight. I understand. But you can stop walking into silence every evening. That, at least, you can change. And Danny, talk to her. A real conversation. Not at 7 in the morning when she is already leaving. A proper one. You are considerably wiser than you look, Emeka. And you, my friend, are a flatterer. I know, I am also considerably better looking, but that conversation is for when we are both less sober. Deal. To full houses, and warm food. And wives who come home before the news. Amen, my brother. God willing.
Gentlemen, a pleasure. We'll follow up.
Excellent work. Very promising.
So, how did it go? It went perfectly. Okay, that was one of the best presentations I have seen in this building in 4 years, and I have been in this building for 4 years. Wow, thanks. The numbers made themselves. I just arranged them. Don't do the modest thing. It does not suit you and it is unconvincing. Mr. Ademi was physically leaning toward you by slide 7. You made him lean. Come, door closed. Really? Okay, I'm coming. All right, privacy achieved. Ah, finally, my feet are killing me. You earned it. Say it. Say what? Whatever has been sitting under your face since you walked into that conference room, you were brilliant in there. There has been something underneath it for weeks. Today it was closer to the surface. Say it. We had another one this morning. You and Daniel. Is there someone else I argue with at 6:45 in the morning? I am asking for context. What happened? What always happens, I came downstairs and he was at the table. Oh no, with the plate? Yes, with the plate. That empty plate he sets for himself and sits in front of to make a point without making a point, and he had that face, BC. Really? What face? Describe the face. The quiet one. That is the problem. If he shouted, if he was dramatic, I would know how to fight back and we would clear the air and move on. But Daniel does not shout. Daniel gets quiet in this specific way that means he has passed through anger and arrived somewhere worse. But Daniel does not shout. Daniel gets quiet in this specific way that means he has passed through anger and arrived somewhere worse. Somewhere like resignation. Like a man who has stopped expecting anything different and is just naming what is in front of him. He said, I always have a reason, different reasons, same result. And is he wrong? No, he is not wrong. I tried to explain the presentation, the can account, AD, all of which is real, BC, all of it is genuinely real pressure. I know it is real. But he looked at me and I could hear what it's self-explaining and it sounded like what he said it sounds like. Always a reason. Always something more important. And the worst part is that I cannot argue with it properly because somewhere in me I know he is not wrong. So I attack the framing. I say he wants a housewife. I say he's being traditional. Does he want a housewife? No, he has never said that. Not once. That is what makes it so impossible to fight. He is always incredibly precise about what he is actually asking for. He says he wants warmth. He says he wants presence. I see. He says he wants to feel like someone in his house thought about him before they left. How do I argue with that? What is my counter argument to, I would like my wife to think about me in the morning? You don't have one. I don't have one. And he left this morning, not dramatically, not storming out. He said he needed to stop somewhere and eat before his meeting. He said it like a fact. I need to stop somewhere and eat. In his own house. With a kitchen. After 30-something minutes at his own dining table, and I stood there and I let him go because my phone was buzzing and Alhaji Musa's office needed an answer and the presentation needed final preparation. And all of those things were real and necessary and I hate how I feel when he leaves like that. I hate it. How do you feel? Like I am failing at something I did not know I was supposed to be good at. Like I was handed a marriage and given no instructions. And I have been building it with the only tools I know how to use, performance, ambition, results, and those tools do not work on a marriage. You cannot perform your way into a husband feeling loved. You cannot be ambitious toward intimacy. You cannot optimize warmth. Can I tell you something true even though it is uncomfortable? You are going to tell me whether I say yes or no. That is correct. You are not failing at something you did not know you were supposed to be good at. You are going to tell me whether I say yes or no. That is correct. You are not failing at something you did not know you were supposed to be good at. You are very good at everything you have decided to be good at. That has always been your nature. The issue is not capacity. The issue is priority. You have decided, not consciously maybe, but functionally, that your career is the thing that gets your actual self. Your marriage gets what is left over. And what is left over after Access Marketing and Adaeze and the Kano account is not very much. And Daniel is sitting in it. That is the honest version. I know. So what are you going to do? I have been thinking about the house help thing. What you said. Getting someone in. Good. That is the practical first step. But I need to be honest with you about something I have not said out loud. The reason I have been hesitating is not just pride, BC. It is not just I should be able to manage my own house. I have been hesitating because Daniel is lonely. You understand? He is genuinely deeply lonely inside this marriage. And a young woman in that house, every day, cooking for him, taking care of him, warm and present in all the ways I have not been. Every day, cooking for him, taking care of him, warm and present in all the ways I have not been. I am not being dramatic. I am being a Lagos woman who has been paying attention for 29 years. Tell me I am being dramatic. Be careful who you hire. Get someone through a reliable referral, someone trustworthy. But do not leave that house in the cold state it is in because you are afraid of hypothetical competition. The competition you are afraid of does not yet exist. The loneliness does. Fix the thing that exists. I miss him, BC. The strange thing is we are in the same house every night and I miss him. I reach for him sometimes in the bed, in the dark, and he is right there and I miss him. How does a person miss someone they are lying next to? By not actually being with them, even when you are. I will ask Mrs. Okonkwo. She says the girl is trustworthy, a hard worker. Good. And I will come home earlier this week. At least twice. Also good. There is also something else. Something I need to... Never mind. We will talk about that another time. There is also something else. Something I need to... Never mind. We will talk about that another time.
Whenever you are ready. Finish your coffee. You have a 2 o'clock.
Daniel?
Mama, good morning. You could have called ahead. I would have.
Does a mother telephone her son to announce she's coming to his house? Is this a hotel? Is there a booking system I should register with?
That is not what I meant, Mama.
Where is Chisom?
Mama, wait!
Where is she?
She went for her morning run. She does it every Saturday. She will be back before 10.
Every Saturday? A morning run? On Saturday?
She runs on Saturdays, Mama. It is her routine.
Her routine. Just as I thought. I have never known you to be downstairs before 10 on a Saturday. What has disturbed your rest, my son?
It's nothing, Mama. Mama, before anything,
I have not said anything yet. You have lost weight.
I have not.
Daniel Chukwemeka Okafor. I carried you for 9 months. I was the first person who ever saw your face. I know your body the way I know scripture. I do not misread it. You have lost weight, the kind that comes from the inside, not the gym. Your eyes are tired in the way that 8 hours of sleep will not touch. And you are sitting here on a Saturday morning at 9 o'clock with a mug of tea.
We are managing, Mama.
Managing. I see what you are managing.
She works very hard. The firm is at a critical point. Her career
I
is...
did not ask about the firm, Daniel. I asked about my son, about this house. When was the last time food was cooked in this kitchen? Not by a service, not by an agency person who comes and goes.
I don't remember.
By the woman who sleeps in this house? Look at me. Properly, look at me. I am not here to talk against Chisom. I want you to hold that first because I mean it.
I am not here to prosecute your wife.
She is a fine woman. She is educated. She is strong. She has qualities I see and respect. That is a position that has no retirement, no resignation, no replacement. And I can read your face the way I read the weather.
I understand, Mama.
And what I read in your face this morning is a man who is lonely inside his own life. Am I wrong?
No, Mama.
Tell me.
I wake up alone in this house. Most mornings I eat alone. I come home most evenings to silence.
She is here, physically here.
I wake up alone in this house. Most mornings I eat alone. I come home most evenings to silence. Physically here, sleeping in the same bed, living in the same rooms, but she is always already somewhere else in her head. Before she reaches the bottom of the stairs, she is already at the office. Before she puts her key in the door at night, she is already composing.
How is that possible?
Tomorrow's emails. I am not angry at her ambition. I have never been angry at her ambition. But Mama, a man can be in a full house and still starve. That's what I'm doing. I'm starving in a full house.
Daniel, what do you mean? And children, every Sunday when I ask you.
Mama, please, not today. I ask you not today.
Okay, not today. I am going to cook before I leave.
Mama, you don't need to.
I know I do not need to. Everything good, mother child, a choice. That is what love looks like because it has grown past the feeling stage. When it is not only something you feel, but something you do every day, even when you do not feel like doing it. Remember that.